questions, and then some like, were you drinking that night, and what were you wearing that night? And I remember a male police officer looked at me in the face and said, "Has anything like this ever happened to you before?" And I closed my eyes, and I felt like all of the lights inside me just went out. And I looked at him and I said, "No." And I lied. The first time that I was sexually abused, I was 5.
When people ask me, what is it about? It is about the courage, which you have, to heal. And so what we do is we foster and we water that garden, because the fact that somebody discloses, the fact that somebody, it's so sad. The fact that somebody, like that little boxer, that little human spirit that comes out and goes, "You know what? I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't deserve to hide. I don't want to have my lights turned out. I want to get this off me." And we say, "Okay, great. You can, you will, we will help you."
The mission of the Joyful Heart Foundation
is to heal,
educate, and empower
survivors of sexual assault,
domestic violence, and child abuse, and to shed light into the darkness that surrounds these issues.
Mariska Hargitay started the Joyful Heart Foundation in 2004 to help survivors of sexual assault heal their minds, bodies, and spirits, and reclaim their lives. She brings a unique perspective to the plague of sexual assault and domestic violence as a brilliant performer on an award-winning show that tackles sexual violence head-on. This experience led Mariska to recognize the outstanding unmet need that exists and prompted her to start Joyful Heart.
When I met Mariska, and she had this incredible idea of how to help survivors of sexual assault, domestic violence, and child abuse.
Through pioneering treatments, wellness programs, and life-changing retreats, Joyful Heart services are revolutionary in an often overlooked area. The Foundation provides healing and empowering experiences to survivors of violence, but also calls the public to action and helps to publicize the need for the increased awareness and respect for the recovery from sexual and domestic violence.
Sexual assault and domestic violence just doesn't get the attention that other issues do. It makes us realize we have to work that much harder.
Luckily, I had this experience in Joyful Heart. Had I not had that, I don't think I would be in this position of power. And I feel powerful. I do feel fearless.
We have to work harder, and that's why we've called it a joyful revolution. That's why we're saying we want to enlist you. Please come help us, because we can't do it alone. We need
In recognition of these contributions and our ongoing relationship, Peace Over Violence is proud to present the Joyful Heart Foundation and Mariska Hargitay with the Empowerment Award.
Thank you. I'm truly honored to be here in this room with so many people that I consider my heroes. So thank you for having me here. And to be among this incredible company of the other honorees. Thank you, Neil, for what you said, and for being such an incredible source of light around the issues of sexual assault, domestic violence, and child abuse that we are all seeking to address. You have been there every step of the way of Joyful Heart's journey, and for that I'm so grateful. And I also want to acknowledge my other founding board members who are here tonight, Andrea Buchanan, and Tom Noonan, and Stan Schneider, who were there from the very, very beginning, before we were formulated. So You know, it means more when they jump on board because of this. On the topic of being there every step of the way, I just want to say to Peace Over Violence that as honored as we all are at Joyful Heart to be getting this award, what we really want to do is give it back to you. Because this award is called the Empowerment Award. And that is exactly what you did for us when we were starting out. There are very few organizations that were open in 2004 to hearing about, much less embracing, the approaches that Joyful Heart was exploring to help survivors heal mind, body, and spirit. So you can imagine what it meant when POV, with its 38-year history in this field, said to us, yes, we are interested in you. We want to hear more. And most of all, we stand with you. You sent participants on our very first retreat, and you stood with us as we piloted our programs and we developed our vision of a community that says to a survivor, we hear you, we believe you, and your priorities are healing. There's a stanza in an Adrian Rich poem that gets a lot of airtime at Joyful Heart. I would like to read it to you. It articulates both what we're trying to create, but mostly what you've modeled for us at Joyful Heart. It goes like this. That's why I want to speak to you now. To say, no person trying to take responsibility for her or his identity should have to be so alone. There must be those among us who we can sit down and weep and still be counted as warriors. I make up this strange, angry packet for you, threaded with love. I think that you thought there was no such place for you, and perhaps there was none then, and perhaps there is none now, but we will have to make it. We who want an end to suffering, who want to change the laws of history, if we are not to give ourselves away. So Patty, you are the warrior that we aspire to be. And keeps on fighting and fearlessly makes room for other people to do so. So I thank you for this award. It encourages us, it honors us, and most of all, it empowers us. We are so excited at Joyful Heart to publicly make a commitment to Los Angeles and to deepen our relationship with Peace Over Violence and many other organizations who are doing this incredible work. And we are so proud to stand here and be your partner in peace and in hope and in joy. God bless you.